Adidas, these are what you wanted to replace the Copa with? This is the Adipure you want to replace the Copa with. I want to know what everyone thinks. I don't know if you've heard by now, but Adidas are replacing the Copas in 2027 with the Adipures. So they're bringing back the Adipures. You know, the Adipures were before. Well, they were around before the Copas. These were the boots that everyone was wearing. When I say everyone, Frank Lampard, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Philip Lahm. You know, these are what the ballers were wearing. This were the boots. Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos is probably going to be, he's, the face of the Adipures, if you remember what boots he was wearing. But they're removing Copas and bringing back Adipures. So players like Declan Rice, they're going to be wearing these boots, And I just want to know, do you feel like there was a point of that? Removing the Copas to bring back the Adipures? I feel like the Copas should have stayed, man. I actually like the addition of the Copas. I actually thought they were a cool pair of boots, the Copas. The sockless ones, the ones with the sock. So it just makes no sense to me why now Adidas want to bring back the Adipure. And why are you replacing it with the Copas? You don't even need to replace it. You could have just brought it back as a limited edition release. The Adipures ain't going to get more sales than the Copas. For them to be doing that, that means the Copas weren't getting any sales at all. But replacing it with the Adipures isn't going to help boost the sales, Adidas. That's not going to do it for you. So these are rumored to be the colorway of the Adipure, the first Adipures coming back in 2027. They're going with a colorway inspired from the Adipures in 2014, which is these ones here. This is how the Adipures used to look before Toni Kroos just rocked that same last pair that they dropped. You know what I'm saying? This is what they were looking like before. Elegant, sophisticated boots for midfielders. That's why, hence the players' names I was naming. Philip Lahm, Lampard, Toni Kroos, Bastian Schweinsteiger. These ain't boots for everyone. They're only for the sophisticated players that can play that ball through the midfield, control the midfield. Yeah, man. Not everyone can do that. So what even brings me here is, who's going to wear these boots? Clearly, all the players that were wearing Copa are now going to wear these boots, but who's going to be the face of these boots? Toni Kroos isn't around no more. When you hear Adidas Adipure, you probably think of Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos ain't here no more. So who's the face of Adipure now? Who's the player that's got that elegant and sophistication now? Like guys like Toni Kroos, Schweinsteiger, Philip Lahm, Frank Lampard all had. Who? These images compare the classic 2014 11 Pro SL with the upcoming next gen Adipure 2027. They definitely are giving next gen. I can't say that, but the 2014 ones, they just give that pro, sophisticated, elegant baller look. These Adipures 2027 look like anyone can wear them. They don't give that sophisticated look. But these 2014 ones, yeah, these are the ones I would expect players like Frank Lampard to wear, Toni Kroos to wear. These 2027 ones, they look like they've removed the sophistication from them. They've removed the elegance from them, so that everyday normal players can wear them. Players who haven't proven themselves to that higher rank can wear them. So Nike, in a way, you've downgraded the Adipures. That was dumb, Nike, wasn't it? You've downgraded a pair of boots that whenever everyone thought of them, it triggered them to think of sophistication, elegance. We thought of the high-end, world-class players who were just elegant on the ball. They were well respected because everyone knew what they were capable of. When I see these next-gen Adipures, I don't think of that now. I don't get that feeling anymore. I don't know if that's what you was willing to do, if that's what you were trying to do. I don't know if you're trying to build it up to have that sort of status again, but good luck. The next gen Adidas Adipure 2027 boots feature a clean white and lime colorway, drawing heavy inspiration from the classic 11 Pro SL design. Yeah, we can see that. We can definitely see that. This specific color palette brings a strong sense of nostalgia for boot fans, as Adidas utilized a very similar white, black and lime green combination when they released the original 11 Pro SL back in 2014. It does, but when I see the next gen, what did I just tell you? I don't think of the elegant players that were rocking the Adipures back then. I see a new pair of boots that don't have any hype behind them. They don't have anyone that's going to carry them like that. They don't have any representation of elegance and sophistication. So these boots don't trigger the nostalgia. They don't trigger that nostalgia. Yeah, it's got the colorway, but the boots itself, the design, everything, they don't trigger that nostalgia. Just because it's got the same name Adidas doesn't mean it's going to trigger it. One thing I can say though, they do have a better sole plate, but that's just because it's the next gen. Like, come on, 2027 versus 2014, that's a big difference. So I'm not surprised. In terms of construction, the boot seamlessly blends traditional craftsmanship with modern technology. So they've added the modern technology, hence the sole plate, you know what I'm saying? The forefoot is crafted from premium leather. Premium leather? Wow, premium leather. See what I'm saying? You're wearing premium leather. You gotta be an elegant, sophisticated baller to be balling in premium leather. And features highly traditional diamond stitching across the toe box. That's nice. Meanwhile, the midfoot to the heel transitions into a synthetic leather material, a strategic design choice made to optimize the overall weight of the boot and meet the high speed demands of modern football. High speed demands of modern football, I'm guessing in terms of comfort, that's what they're talking about now, because you know they can't still be rocking the same materials and stuff from back then. You know, they've altered and molded the boots to have better comfort for players to rock nowadays. That's how these next gen boots work, you know what I'm saying? They come with new technology, new innovations, you know. So yeah, Adidas thought they could just slap all these new innovations and technology in the Adidas Pure next gen, and what, the streets were gonna get excited? No, Adidas, it ain't work like that. This is what I'm saying. You should have slowly brought the boots back. You should have just brought it back for Declan Rice. Let him be the one rocking it. Declan Rice has got some weight to his name. Let him rock it. Let him bring it back. Let him make them, you know, make them look fly, make them look hard, make them the boots that everyone wants because they want to play like Declan Rice. And then boom, that's when you integrate the Adipures back. Adidas, you need me part of the team, bro. The next generation of Adidas Adipure 11 Pro 2027 boots are expected to be officially released in late 26 or early 2027. Now, what you want to know is, if I walked into the Adidas store and I saw these Adipure boots, would I take them to the counter and pay for them? No. Now the reason is no is because I don't have an issue with these Adidas Adipure. Of course, yeah, next gen Adipures, they're gonna come back looking different. Like we've seen Nike T90s turn all the way into Nike Phantom 6. That's just life. That's how innovations go. So, and the Adidas Pure ain't even far off the boots they were like 13 or 12 years ago. So the reason why I say no is I'm not a fan of this colorway. Now it's got the BC, it's got the white, it's got the black. You're right, it does. But even though it does, maybe I'm being harsh. Would I buy these boots? See, the reason why I wouldn't buy it is because F50s, Predators, I'm going to want that before these. Okay, let's say if they were a good price, would I buy these boots? Yeah, hell yeah, I would buy these boots. If they were a good price, let's say if they were a good price, I would buy these boots. But normal price, when there's other options like F50s, Predators, they wouldn't be my first choice pick. So I would, but I wouldn't, if that makes sense. I'm still a fan of Adipures. I would rock Adipures on the pitch. That's what I'm trying to say. But I wouldn't go out my way to buy these ones ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But what about you though? You walk into the Adidas store, you see these Adipures chilling on the shelves. Are you buying them? Comment that down. Comment that down if you think you would buy these boots, or if you wouldn't buy these boots, and give me your reasoning for why. I wouldn't buy these boots, they're not my style. I wouldn't buy these boots, I don't like the colorway. I wouldn't buy these boots, I'm not a fan of Adidas Pure. Let me know. I want to know. And what do you just think of the Adipure in the first place? Are you a fan of Adipure, or do you feel like only certain players can rock them? That's also what I want to know. So comment down if you like them or not. If you enjoyed this video and you felt like it really helped you, make sure you smash that like button. If you didn't enjoy the video and you felt like I wasted your time, dislike the video then. Just live yours. If you want to learn how to step on the pitch looking fly, elegant, sophisticated like players such as Toni Kroos, Frank Lampard, Philip Lahm were doing back in the days, then go check out my channel, as I've got all sorts of pro player styles that can help you stand out on the field and give you the look that you're looking for. That's right, if you want to look like a pro player, I've got you covered. I'm telling you, man, go for my channel and go see all the hidden gems that's waiting for you to watch them. Don't lag. Apart from that though, it's been your boy. But when I step out with the team,